Well, hello again everyone, and welcome back to Kovac Enterprises, where we are working on the Starsky and Hutch's Ford Torino. As you can see in front of you, we've actually accomplished quite a bit since the last video. Kind of go ahead and bring the car in close here so you can see what I've been working on. The next step of the instructions, we're basically working on the front end of the car, which consists of the headlight buckets, the headlights themselves, the grille, and bumper. So the first step that I did was to actually take the headlights, and I used a black Sharpie to go ahead and go around the perimeter of the lenses to kind of give it that black kind of gasket look to it. And then I applied the actual glue and glaze that I've been using in place of the white canopy glue to install the headlights into the buckets. So as you can see here, they look pretty good here, and pretty realistic. The next thing I did basically was to take care of the grille. I did have a decal on where this is indicated, but unfortunately when I was handling it, the decal fell off. Couldn't find it because it's so small. So I just went ahead and used some of my red Craft Smart paint with a toothpick and kind of colored that in a little bit. As far as the grille itself, in the show there's actually two amber running lights or parking lights, depending on how you look at it, on either side of the grille. So we went ahead and used the Tamiya clear orange on that, and then we went ahead and kind of dirtied up the grille itself with a little black wash, just to kind of cut down on the brightness of the chrome. So then, like I say, we went ahead and installed the buckets with the lenses, with the white glue and glaze, and we did the same thing for the front bumper as well. And just to highlight these two here, we just went ahead and used the black Sharpie for the bumpers pads. So there you go. So that was the front end. Then we went ahead and started working on installing the rear bumper and taillights. And we did basically the same procedure as we did in the front. We did go ahead and use the decals to actually put the Ford on the trunk, as well as the Torino decal. That's part of the tail light section of the part. Then we went ahead and installed the rear bumper and did the same thing with the just highlighting the black on the rear end of the bumper itself here. As far as the license plate is concerned, if you look at the instructions, it says part number 41 with a little star next to it. The star usually represents that it's a chrome piece. Well, in this case it was false, because the actual part 41 was actually on the red sprue tree. So we just went ahead and highlighted it with a little bit of some silver sterling to represent a little bit of a chrome color to it. And then we went ahead and cut out the decal itself with the backing still in place, and we glued it on with the glue and glaze. So that is done. And then basically we just went around the rest of the car. We went ahead and put the decals on all four of the wheels around the car, and then we basically did the small Grand Torinos on either side, and then we did the side running lights on either side. So pretty much we are up to the point where we will next be applying the famous white stripes around the car itself. So stand by and we will be right back. And we're back, and as you can see, the moment of truth came about for putting on the white stripes for the infamous Ford Torino for Starsky and Hutch. Like I said, there were 3 separate stripes to put on this car. So I basically went ahead and started on the driver's side door, and went ahead and lined up the first stripe so that it would cover over the door latch and the door lock itself, and try to get as straight as possible in reference to the cover art as my guide. Once I did that, I went ahead and did the same on the reverse side, on the passenger side, and lined it up as well, making sure that the 2 holes that represented the door latch again and the key lock were lined up as close as possible, and then I just slid off the backing, and this is what you see as a result. And then of course the third step was to go ahead and wrap around the third decal and try lining up as best as possible with the 2 main stripes running along the side of the car. After I was happy with it, we went ahead and put some microsol on it, actually kind of several coats of it with a brush, and I did have a little difficulty here around the door lock, so I basically took a number 11 blade and kind of cut around the hole to try to form it closer to the body of the car, using some Q-tips and stuff, and try to get the best I can. There is a little bit of a wrinkle here, but I'm going to live with it because right now it's pretty well set. What else? Basically, once that was done, I went ahead and took care of all the little details, touch-ups, paint work and stuff like that around the entire car that needed it. And then of course I took the second license plate number and cut it out and kept the backing on it, and then attached it to the front bumper using the glue and glaze, and so that is set in place. Once I was satisfied with everything, I went ahead and poured a little bit of some Future in my cup for my airbrush, and we sprayed her down one more time for a final wet coat over the decals and over the entire car itself. So right now it's pretty much in the drying stage as we're speaking, but we're calling this build done. So I hope you enjoyed this quick little series for the Starsky and Hutch Ford Torino, and I'll do one more kind of quick little 360 here for you. And just want to say it was a fun build. All the parts fit together really well for a Revell kit, and really enjoyed putting this car together. So I can scratch this one off from my TV movie cars on my list, and go ahead and move forward. So basically what I'm going to be doing for my next video, since we're into the month of January, I'm going to enter into the January 20th group build that's hosted by Dirk Pitt for a Batman theme build, and I will be sending him my entry through his email, and I'm going to be doing a Bat Cycle. So that is going to be my choice. So hope everybody will look forward to watching that build for my next step. And like I said, until then, everybody have a good day, and we will catch you on the next kit build. So long.